Hello everybody, I am with Deya Dova. I met her in the Bali Spirit Festival, and the concert she gave was so amazing. Everyone was dancing and the energy was one of the biggest energy I never received from all my life. And I can say it was an initiation. It was much beyond just music and concert. And if you see the video on YouTube, you will feel the presence and the inspirational sacred music. And it was a great experience, and I hope every one of you will be able to be in the concert in the next ones, and also to see the video. So I have many questions. I'm so happy, thank you, to be with us, and all of you also. What my question, because I'm a musician also, what is happening when you're on stage? Because I was feeling a transmission from very far, and all the shamanism inside me and all the sacred inside me and the connection with God was aligned, and goosebump, and and it's happening each time I'm near you also. So what do you feel on stage, and how it's, do you know how it's working? Can you talk a little
Beautiful
bit?
question. So on stage for me is a ceremony. For me, it's a real experience of ceremony, and my intention before I walk onto stage is I spend time just quietening myself and coming into that still point within, that 0 point within, and connecting to the creator, to the divine within and without. And for me, it's a process of really surrendering myself, and I really give myself to creation and to serve the highest good for all. And for me, performing is such a joy, because when I step onto stage, I move aside, and I have some structure, and we there's songs we know that we want to play, and of course we've rehearsed our music, and but when that moment when I move onto stage, there's a transition that happens for me where I'm move completely out of the way and move into a space of being. My intention is to be a conduit, to be the hollow bone, to let spirit move through me. And so for me, it's just
it's amazing
bliss,
also for you,
because you see me on stage.
Yeah,
I'm smiling.
I'm connected your voice, and oh my God,
for me the experience is very sensual and very activated and alive and buzzing, and so that's my personal experience, because I'm connecting with Great Spirit. And then on top of that is the energy. For me, I perceive what is happening as not performer audience. For me, it's about a unified collective field of energy that we're creating, that we're stirring together.
exactly.
And that excites me, and that's why I love doing this. For me, it's about energy exchange and oneness.
Oneness. Everyone was one with you,
Yeah.
and you with the one.
Yeah.
And I felt exactly this,
That's beautiful.
because I connected you, and wow, I was living what you were living, and I said, wow, it is the best moment or best day of my life. And it was the first time. So now I want to go in any concert. I say, oh my God, I want to work with her, to see her, and because I do a shamanism ceremony, and what I do is very similar. But when it's on stage with many people, hundreds or thousands of people, it's much more powerful. And what you say is so true. Something, a being, was chanting and expressing through you. I felt that.
That's beautiful.
Do you have any idea what was it?
For me,
Yeah, it's divine,
Yeah.
it's bliss, it's joy, it's love, it's infinite consciousness,
Yeah.
it's something very connected with God, but
Yeah, yeah.
What's that?
For me, the experience, for me, it is coming back to how you began sharing. Then was, it's about an amplifying a field, amplifying
Yes,
an energy.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
I like to see that when we're
Concentration.
working, when we're working with a large group of people, and when we're working with intimate group of people, I believe it can be same frequency. We can. Depending on how we are focusing and amplifying that energy, I believe they can be very similar. It doesn't matter if it's just, 5 of us sitting together in this intentional, prayerful, reverent space, or whether we're doing this collective, on a collective mass. But for me, I love doing it on this scale because yes, there is the electrical current, the electrical energy.
The energy was a mass energy.
Is really exciting. It's really inspiring.
And very huge.
We can feel the ripples. We can feel that it's creating a ripple, and that's what excites me. In terms of what's flowing through for me is I feel when I surrender myself to spirit, I feel very connected to, I feel connected to simply to all of creation. And that what happens for me is, and what's happened for me for many years, are these voices come through, and for me they're ancient memories, and my connection to many different lives, many different cycles of time,
Planets also maybe.
many different places in the cosmos.
In the cosmos.
And when I'm in that space, I feel a sense of oneness with all time-space continuum, if that makes sense.
I can feel that.
Yeah, that what Aboriginal cultures all around the world speak of, like the Aboriginal people of Australia speak of the dream time, where past, present and future are all connected. And when I'm in this space, these songs of many languages come forward, and I don't really, when people ask me, what are you channeling? I don't perceive it as to be, I'm channeling something from outside of myself, rather that I'm bringing forward this ancient memory, this primordial memory of humanity and our origins and my origins, and how that is moving us forward into the new world in remembering the greatness of who we truly are.
Who we are. And are you aware that you are activating us? Because this is exactly what happened to me and my friend. She was crying. She said, wow. Because it's an activation of shamanism.
I love to hear this feedback. I love when people come to me and have experienced that, because not everybody in your audience of 2,000 people are going to go, oh
my God,
I'm feeling this. Some are, sometimes
everyone is feeling, but some people are not aware. But everyone can feel. It's not possible not to be transformed, even if we are not aware. But subconsciously, I can tell you that it's an initiation, a true one. Even if you see the video on YouTube, you will. I had a lot of goosebumps just the video on YouTube because of the voice. Because are you aware that everything is in the voice also?
Yeah. I'm very aware what happens for me when I start to sing is my vibration starts to elevate, and that I remember the words that always come for me is that I remember that I am a vast, ancient, noble being that is timeless.
Yes.
And what I pray, and when I hear your beautiful feedback, I'm given so much hope and assurance, is that in my raising my vibration gives permission for everybody.
Allowing you to be what you are.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. You are inspiring me a lot, and it's so beautiful. And how do you manage this amount of energy? Because it's so huge. Is it okay? Maybe at the beginning it was too much, or how it happened, this management of huge energy from cosmos, because it's very huge.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
a real process for me,
Okay.
learning to balance it in my life and learning to be grounded
Yes.
with it.
Okay.
Because it takes me to a different place,
Yes.
and sometimes I'm flying very
I
far
can-
off the ground.
I can trust you.
And
At the beginning, maybe.
yes, and still, sometimes depending on what's coming up and through, will depend on how much I need to ground afterwards. And I'm very blessed to have a beautiful husband and 3 children, and for me this is very grounding, and I feel very grateful to be a part of a beautiful family that holds me in holding this energy, and it really helps me ground.
Yeah, because I have felt that you are surrounded by love and joy, which is very important to keep this pure awakening energy. So when is the next concert? Any idea where we can find you? Because I'm very excited to think that I'm going to receive more, and I hope you will come also, because you plan to go in US and to move everywhere.
Yeah, we're about to do another tour of US and Canada,
Okay.
and that will be from June to September this year.
Okay, a tour.
Yeah, a
Wow.
tour, and we travel with our family, so we tour graciously. We move gently, and I like to balance the touring out with my other project, which is recording at sacred sites on the planet.
Oh my God! Can we talk about this? I'm so excited. I have a lot of vibration. Recording in sacred site will bring all the consciousness of the site with your voice, with the alchemy. It will be amazing. Wow.
This has been a passionate project for me. It's become very strong in the last 3 years. I've been more consciously collecting these recordings. I've been creating recordings at sacred sites for 20 years.
20 years?
Yeah, and in the last 3 years I've been really strongly guided to share these songs as for the medicine that they hold. And
yeah, because it's a healing. Maybe we can say that what you do is a true healing. And when we go in concert, I can say we receive the healing, even if we are not aware of this. It's like a big, big healing. It's like ayahuasca or any sacred plants. It's a shamanism healing, really. It's very strong, and it's a transforming process. But sacred site, yes. When is the next one?
So our first concert, we were talking outside of the interview, and we were saying we're going to do one in Byron, but we've actually shifted that now because many things need to happen before our tour in America. So our first concert will be in San Francisco in June.
Okay.
And then I think we'll be doing LA, and then we go to our first festival is Sonic Bloom in Colorado, which is a
oh my God, I will come.
I'm feeling you there, Sebastian.
Yeah, Colorado, the mountains, the power of the mountain.
I'm feeling you there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a beautiful transformational festival in Colorado. And
wow.
So I think that's in middle of June.
Okay.
We'll be going to that one. And then along the way, again, recording at these sites. This year, I'm really drawn to a collection of petroglyphs in Utah, that I've come across from pictures, and they're very tall star beings, I believe them to be, and I really wish to go and sit with these petroglyphs and record, and I really want to sing with them and see what comes through, because like us, our DNA, our bones, we store memory in our waters, and rock is similar. It stores memory, and my experience when I'm at these sites is that the rocks begin to speak, and when we listen, they share.
The nature is speaking.
They share. There is all this communication happening, and it's that stilling oneself and dropping into that communication that's already existing.